Hey everyone, it's Riley. Welcome back to my channel to flip through another custom bullet journal. So in case you don't already know, I make custom bullet journals that I sell over on Etsy. So every customer gets to choose their themes, the number of months, all the different things that go into this journal. And so this journal, I was actually really flattered because the person who ordered it sent me a PDF full of like snippets from my previous bullet journal flip throughs that she wanted incorporated into hers. So it was super thorough and I just felt so honored because she obviously really appreciated some of the spreads that I've done in the past. So I was really happy to recreate those for her. So if the idea of a custom bullet journal is something that appeals to you, definitely check out the link to my Etsy shop that is in the description. I always recommend that people order earlier rather than later because these days with COVID and stuff, shipping delays have been insane. And not only that, I already have people starting to order journals for 2022. So just if you're interested, please check it out sooner rather than later so that you can place your order. So let's jump in and flip through this 12-month journal. And as we do, please let me know down in the comments which of these monthly themes are your favorites. So here's the journal that we're going to flip through today. It's one of the gray Artist Loft journals that I use all the time because they're really great quality, especially for the price. So it's got an elastic closure, elastic pen loop, and 2 bookmarks, and it does have a pocket in the back as well. So today's journal spans part of 2021 and part of 2022. So to start off, I've just got a 2021 title page, and then we have a goals spread here with some personal goals, career goals, health, and hobbies. Then we've got a big 4-page future log. And then here we have a things to check out list, and she wanted hers split into a category for things to read, to watch, and to cook. And beside this, we've got a bucket list of things that she needs and things that she wants. So the yearly spreads here are quite simple, as you can see. I just kind of chose 2 colors and went with those. So as I mentioned, all of the themes that she chose are themes that I've done here on this channel before, and she just kind of requested that I do them again, but she did say that I could take a bit of creative license with them. So here's a coffee theme that I did quite a while ago now, but when I originally did it, there was no green involved. It was just the brown beans and the bag and then black text. So I decided to add another color to this one, and I like it. I mean, I just love this green. I can't go wrong with that one. So she's got a title page here, and then beside this, it alternates depending on the month. So for some months she has a budget tracker in which she's going to track her spending and earnings for 2 months, so September and October. So then for October, there will not be a budget tracker, there will be something else. Now along with that, she also has a calendar here with a little key for how much water she drinks that day, from 1 to 4 liters, and another key over here for what kind of fitness or exercise she's going to do that day. So HIIT, strength, cardio, or an active rest day. Then along the side, she's got a smaller spot for monthly highlights and a bigger spot for monthly notes. So here's the first weekly that she wanted. So all the days of the week are over here, and then on this side she packed in a bunch of helpful things. So she's got a meal planner here. So all the days of the week are written down the sides, and there are 3 rows. So if she wants to, she can write breakfast, lunch, and supper, or if she wants to write out more details about supper, she can do that too. Up here she's got space to track 4 habits. Now you may notice, wow, these circles look way more perfect than my circles used to look, and that's because I got a stencil from Mr. Pen. So I've talked about Mr. Pen before. I love their products. I will have links to their products in my description because I use them all the time, and they have an amazing set of stencils that's not even specifically made for bullet journaling, but it's so perfect because all of the different shapes and banners and things like that, they fit with journal grid spacing. So it seriously seems as if it was made for bullet journaling. So I started using those for all of the trackers in here, and I'm really happy with how they performed. So meals, trackers, and then a spot for notes and a small shopping list. And as you can see, this is a full doodle journal. So every single weekly page and every monthly page have some sort of doodles. Now here you can see, this is what my circles looked like before I realized, oh my goodness, the stencils have circles, because I didn't see any circles in those stencils. So that's what I used to do, but big upgrade thanks to Mr. Pen. Then we come to October, and I've done this theme before, actually in the same journal as I did this September theme. And as you can tell, probably, she loves craft paper. So I had craft paper for the yearly spread for September and now again for October. So it's just this pumpkin fall print. So here's the other weekly layout that she requested, where all the days of the week are nice and tall, and she's actually going to split these boxes up into sections for personal tasks, work tasks, and then she's going to write her meals along the bottom. I didn't split that up for her because I understand, as someone who works from home, that some days you have lots of personal tasks and very few work tasks, or vice versa. So she's going to do that on her own. Then we come to November. So for November, we've got a little hedgehog in a mug here. And again, our calendar page. And then we're back to the first weekly layout. So days of the week over here. And here you can also see in action more of the Mr. Pen stencils. So like I said, all of their stencils that I've found anyways are perfectly suited to use these dot grid spaces in your bullet journal. So I used some more of those for this tracker. So moving on to December, we've got some more craft paper. And as I mentioned back in September, alternating months have budget trackers, and then the ones that don't just have a quote. So she gave me a list of quotes, and one of them is "Happy Mind, Happy Life" for this nice little Christmas theme. And we're back to the tall boxes for the days of the week. Now between 2021 and 2022, I just left a blank page for her to write some notes, and then we get into January. So again, we're back to the budget tracker for January, so we can track expenses for January and February. And we've got a cute little penguin theme for this month. Then we're on to February. So for February, we've got some dandelions over here and just their little petals or seeds, whatever you want to call them, kind of floating across the page. And again, since it's not a month that requires a budget tracker, I've got a little quote here that just says, "Grow through what you go through." And again, our calendar. And back to this weekly layout, and you can see I brought back that circle stencil for these trackers. Now in the middle of the journal, she wanted 3 double page spreads left blank, just so that she can write some notes in there. So I left those between February and March. So for March, she requested a cactus theme, and I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like cactuses have been done, or cacti, whatever, have been done in so many different ways by so many different people. So I just always like to put a bit of a different spin on it than I did the time before. So this time I colored in this sort of circular block of color and drew a cactus on top for March. I really love the color combination here. These are actually 2 of the colors that I'm using in my current bullet journal month, which is May, and they're just some of my favorite colors these days. And I realize now that I missed this cactus when I was adding the detail to all of the little cacti for this month. So I'm gonna have to come back and do this one. But these are definitely my favorite weeklies in this entire journal. Mostly because of the color combination, but also because I always love some good like white text on top. So just for the notes and to buy section, I did that. Man, I'm so glad I caught that cactus thing. Every once in a while, little things like that slip. Next, we've got April here. So for April, she asked for a cherry blossom theme. So I used some gold as well, which again is from Mr. Pen. I got a full set of metallic markers. So I used some gold and some cherry blossoms. And I've never done cherry blossoms like this before, but they were actually quite fun to draw. And again, I brought in the gold for all of the weekly boxes. Then we get to May, and we've got a feather theme for May. And I used some of my really soft Tombow dual tip brush pens that I got from Stationery Pal. Then we go into June, and I've only done this kind of theme once before. I did this little lighthouse and she requested it again. So I did a lighthouse and then had some blue for the water because she mentioned that blues are, in general, some of her favorite colors. Then we've got a classic jellyfish spread, and I used a bit of a new font, just this black calligraphy with kind of like a dashed drop shadow. I don't really know what to call that, but I've seen a few people use this on Instagram and Pinterest and stuff, so I decided to try something similar, and I really love it. And I also love the color of these jellyfish. So cute. And back to this weekly layout where again I used some white pen on the black boxes, and I really love that look. Then we get to the final month in this journal, which is definitely one of my favorites. I've done this theme only once before, but I just love the color palette, like so cute. And these weeklies are my second favorite. So I really loved the March weeklies with the little cacti in the corner, but these ones are definitely my second favorite, again, mostly just because of that color palette. So that brings us to the end of her full year journal. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments which monthly themes are your favorite. Thank you all so much for joining me to flip through another bullet journal. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.